Hello folks. So today we've come up to the Flat Lode when we've got double trouble. Two dogs. Yeah, we've got my father's dog we're looking after, and we've come up to the Flat Lode because there's been a bit of work going on up here on some of these historic engine houses. And the last time I saw this one, it was really heavily overgrown actually. So bit of a first, because we weren't actually able to get in this bit, so we're just having a look at it. Wow, now it looks like we've got some sort of fireplace here as well, which is pretty impressive. And I'm not going to go in there because I don't want to get filthy, but lots of material deposited by many years of birds, I expect. And just there we go, got the two dogs. Two dogs, well, double the fun, I'm guessing. But yeah, so obviously this is a boiler house. I know this from previous visits, but we've got the winding or the pumping house there, and of course this big building is where the steam boiler was, as I'm sure that anybody knows the basics about mining will tell you. Now we've got this rather unusual little alcove here, which is quite cute, and not quite sure what that was, but perhaps it could be a smoke duct or something, or maybe an intake pipe from what, outtake pipe from the boiler to the whatever machinery was next door there. But I think they've been doing some remedial work on this and the other mining remains up here, and so we've had a look around and see if we can go around the other side possibly. Now all of this is easy to get to, folks. It's all part of the Great Flat Lode. And I've got the sun probably right in the camera lens there. Hey guys, this way. So come on then, this way. Wow, look at them go, look. The Muppets. Meet the Muppets, folks. 8 legs of aggravation, but we love them dearly. Right, so we've got South Wheel Francis Pascoe shaft and the winding engine house. And just like I said there, it says built in 1879. The building housed a 30-inch cylinder rotary beam engine for raising ore. On the side of the engine house is the boiler house, and structural rarely survives. Yep, so the boiler house then, like we've just seen, is actually quite a rare survivor. And now all of this has been cleared away, folks. There's been many well, tons of dense vegetation probably cleared out of the way. So huge big piece of granite there just by the entrance, and I'm coming inside now. Now been in here before. It's you know, not anything I haven't done, but before, sorry. Yeah, but yeah, it just seems to look different now. It's been stripped from all of its natural vegetation, which has been hiding it for many years. Now I'm guessing when they stripped back cut back all of the overgrowth, it was necessary to do that in order to get the stonework to carry out some remedial repairs and stuff. But it's looking amazing. It's looking the best I've seen this for years, folks. There we go. Yeah, so we've got Charlie and Star, and it's Friday night, folks. Can you believe that? Now I've been working all this week, and it's nice to actually come to the end of the week, because it's been a bit of a tough week this week. I'm really starting to feel a bit tired, and I've just took the opportunity to bring the dogs out tonight up here to the Great Flat Lode. And well, we're going to carry on and have a look and see what else we can come up with. Right, so looking at even more amazing than it did before, we can see that there's some looks like fresh rendering up there of some sort, and all looks a bit sort of like refresh, which is great. And just coming into it now, and sorry if it's a bit wobbly. I've just literally got the camera in my hand, folks. Today I'm going ultralight and minimal accessories, but I do have a flask in a minute, which will have a cup of coffee, would be nice. And yeah, it's looking a lot cleaner and a lot more better presented. And it's always impressive when you come inside one of these things, folks. I always think it's quite a eerie but dominant sort of statue or mark on the landscape at the same time, if you know what I mean. But there he is, look, there's Star, he's there. Right, so we're going to move on and going to have a look and see what these dogs are up to. Right, so we've got the other side of this engine house, and we've got this stone bollard. This well, for anyone who doesn't know, you usually find these over the top of a capped mine shaft. And I'm looking at this square pattern chunks of granite in the ground, and I'm thinking that this is possibly, well, highly likely where there was a deep shaft down, because obviously you would have had the rocking reciprocating beam engine and the beam going up and down, and the rods and linkages going down the shaft, bringing up the water, or possibly even winding up the ore. And it's not easy to know exactly what purpose this was, whether it was a pumping engine or a winding engine. But we've got beautiful sunshine, folks, beautiful Friday evening, it's absolutely great, and I'm out, which is brilliant. And so yeah, so hopefully then things are going to change with the working patterns and stuff and the lifestyle, and hopefully we're going to be able to have more time to get out and make videos, folks. And of course, starting from next week, this is going to be something I've been aspiring to for a long time, and I've had to work really hard to get some decent sort of hours and stuff, and I'll continue to do so. But hopefully it's all about balancing up the work-life balance sort of thing, if you know what I mean. But so we're just leaving this mine engine stack at the moment. Oh, the chimney there, and there's some other buildings. I'm not sure if they've actually done any remedial work on the other buildings or not, but it's been a while since I've been up here, actually, folks, because I remember the last time I was here, I'd seen this engine house actually covered in scaffolding, but all of that is gone now. So we'll move on and have a look at the other one just up there. Right, so although I'm absolutely shattered and it's been a tough long day today at work, I'm actually enjoying this with my friends here, fellow family friend members. Got Charlie the dog and Star up there. Star's a lovely little small border collie, he's amazing, and he's my father's dog, so we're looking after him for this weekend. And just in the foreground there, I'm not sure if you can see it, you've got the 4 lanes aerial, which I think most people have seen who live around here and know about, and microwave radiation and stuff. And from the sound of it, something flying around over there, possibly a helicopter, or not sure. But yeah, so just on the horizon there, you'll probably be able to start to see the silhouette of some other mine buildings, some historical mine buildings. And yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but the Great Flat Lode, there's so much history up here, folks. It's really interesting if you get a chance to walk around it, and if you've never been here before, I can't really recommend it enough because it is just such a wonderful sight. And we've got some beautiful sort of like heathland and scrub land around it, which is great. And the dogs seem to think so as well. So I think in a minute we're going to go off and have a cup of tea. We might have a quick walk round up the top and take in some of the old buildings and stuff. And so back in a mo. Right then, folks. So this is the top section of the Flat Lode. Now I'm not going to bother to go over there, folks. It's a bit too far out the way, but we're just going to have a look at the interior of this another engine house. And this one's quite interesting because there's lots of foundations and fittings that still remain from the original days of when it was in use. And got a star there. There it is. They've got the plinth for the engine, and I think we'll walk through it. It'll be the best thing. I've got this massive stone plinth here, which is brilliant, and little hole in the wall, pretty good. Yeah, that's me clunking and rattling a bit. And then we've got this massive dry. There's a plaque on the wall over there, and we'll see if we can read about it. Star! So that's great up here because I'm not really worried about the dogs. It's a nice open space for them. Right, so this is a boiler house. Wow, can you imagine the size of this steam boiler then, folks? This would have been huge. The whole of this building would have housed a massive steam boilers. That's pretty intense, isn't it? You think about how big a steam boiler, you're talking like ocean liner size here. And this is a chimney. Now I'm not sure, I'm going to try something. I haven't got anything with me, but I'm just going to put my arm out. Can you see daylight up there, folks? I'm not sure if you can or not, but probably. You can see a bit of light coming down there, but we've got winds getting up here because we're a bit elevated on this bit of ground. But massive archway, and I was hoping, I know I've come up here before and done various other videos about the site, but just wanted another in-depth look, and I'm glad I have, because obviously you've seen the refurbished engine houses down the bottom there. And what have we got here? We've got Mr. John Shaft himself. Wow. Yeah, you can probably see that just about. Massive brick lined shaft. It's brick lined at the top anyway, but I don't even want to walk across that, folks. That's just pretty crazy. But that's one thing I'm going to do, just to be able to see if I can show you. But down here in a minute, we go down into this bit, we can actually look a bit better through that grill in the side there. There's a grill, so let's do that. Right then, folks, so you can see you've got some daylight running through here, which is quite curious. I'm not quite sure what this building was for, but got the wind. But we're going to go down in here and have a look at this, folks, and I think there is some steps going down to it. So there's a rather strange raised concrete plinth there. I'm not sure if that ironwork's old or probably not, I'd say, but can it come up to this? Here we go. This is something I haven't seen before. I've probably overlooked it. Marriott's shaft. This is, folks. Marriott's shaft. And wow, that's impressive. Now, I'm going to risk it. Hope I don't drop the camera, but you can see there we've got brick lined shaft all the way around. Got this big grate on the top of it as well, just as well. And usually there's some sort of port over there, and looks like supports, but I'm taking the camera out before I lose it. Just don't want to lose this camera. And yeah, so there we have it, Marriott's shaft, and that is very deep actually, but it's full of water as well. Obviously I think the risk of caving for the top of the shaft of the soil is probably quite high, so that's probably why they brick lined the top of it. And yeah, I don't ever recall actually coming here and looking at it from this angle, but you can definitely see a lot more of it than you can looking down through the grate there. But yeah, it's very interesting. Great. So I think we're going to find somewhere to have a cup of coffee in a minute. Right then, folks, so yeah, come into this building and it's pretty cool in here. And wow, look at these foundations and stuff, and plinths and mounts and everything. It's just pretty impressive, really. I'm just gonna now, because I wasn't really prepared for much filming today. I just literally bought the camera, so I'm going to invert the camera and see if I can. There we are, folks. See if I can balance it somewhere. Possibly there. No, it's a bit wonky, but it doesn't matter. Well, it's been good. Been a nice little walk around with the dogs, and now I've got in here. Right, so where was I then? Somewhere about there, folks. Yeah. I've just propped the camera up really, because I didn't bring anything with me, like a tripod or anything, but yeah, so now what we're about to witness, folks. Well, I didn't bring a stove today because all of this is very short notice. Oh look, we have two dogs. Charlie! Oh look, what have we got? What have we got? Okay, got my thermos flask today, folks, prepared for me by wifey. We've got these two hungry hounds. I'll balance that there a minute. Look at that face. Well, what have we got today, Charlie? We've got some a reward. Did you see that, folks? There's competition. One for Charlie and one for Star. There we go. Right, so we'll carry on in a mo with the feeding session and just some snacks, but I thought a nice place to have a cup of coffee, and I'm doing everything one-handedly here, which is fine. I'm used to that. Hey Charlie, what's that, eh? What's Charlie doing, eh? Star's decided he wants to go off exploring, so there it is, folks. I'm pouring the coffee. A bit of a cop out, I know, not bringing the stove and my usual sort of good prepared bag, but A, it's windy, and B, this was all very sort of short notice, which is fine. We do like a bit of short notice. Very good, folks. Now you can probably hear the wind. The wind is getting up now. It's literally blowing in that window, folks. So, hello, Star. Hello, buddy. So, what we're going to do then? We're going to issue the snacks, folks. So we get one for you. Well, easy with the teeth, Charlie. Well, for anyone who doesn't know, Charlie is our dog, and he is senior in years to Star, and of course the dominant dog in the house, and Star is just visiting us this weekend, which means that Charlie is staking down his ground doors. Right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this look around the Flat Lode, folks, and thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon, really soon, and please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.